Hey guys, so this week I'm doing a DIY video on how to make your own snakebite piercings. So if you don't know what snakebites are, they're two piercings that go on your bottom lip and they tend to be around here. I know that's not where everybody has them, some people do have them over here. But majority of people I've seen or that I know with them have them here. So I'm going to show you how to make fake ones, so if you don't want to or like you just can't, like you don't have to get the real piercing. So yeah, fake snakebite piercings. So to do this, you're gonna need scissors to cut stuff and a metal ring. I got this metal ring from a notebook. Just any notebook will do. I just cut it off the spiral, as you can see right here, and it doesn't have to be this big. I'm just gonna be cutting this and turning it into two. But depending on the size, you may need more than one. And yeah. Okay, so the first step in this is going to be actually cutting them out. So what you want to do is get your scissors and then wherever basically, it's easier to do it, for me at least, on the edge, on top or bottom, just because you don't have to deal with like the middle. And I did already cut mine, as you can see. So it does take a couple of times. You're probably not going to get it on the first cut, but after 2 or 3 you should get it and you should be fine. So now that you've cut them, or just one out depending on the size, I have one, so I'm going to have to cut this one in half. Now we're going to start deciding where you want them to be and how tight you want them to be. Okay, so now, as you can see, I have cut mine in half because mine was really big, so I didn't need to make two. I just cut one in half because it was big enough. So now, from here, we're going to start deciding you're going to decide where you want them to be and how tight you want them to be. So what you're going to do is place them just kind of like around the general area of where you would want them to be. So like mine, I don't want them to be like around here-ish. Kind of. They are gonna like move around at first because you don't have them tightened. But once you have the general placing of where you want to do, I'm just gonna do one at a time to show you how, but you're gonna want to place it where you want them. And if it does bug you, you might want to clean these first. I did, so I mean, like, you don't have to, but you know. So I do want mine around here. So you're going to get one, and then just from there, slowly tighten it until you have, a tighter shape than what you started with. So like a tighter circle or a tighter oval, because I know it's going to be kind of hard to get like an exact circle out of this because I have done this before. So for this, it's just going to be a kind of an oval. And you're just going to kind of place it where you want it. Do the same with the other. They are still going to kind of move because you do tighten them a little more later. But, okay. So, now this one's too. Let me just adjust these. Okay, so. I like mine around here. No. Yeah, around here. As you can see, they are still loose and still moving, so that's not going to be exactly where they end up. But now that they are tighter and you can kind of move your mouth a little more, it's just now basically all you have to do left is place them with like where you want them without loosening them. And once you've decided where you're happy with them, you're going to want to get it and slowly push them down so they do tighten, but do it slowly. I cannot emphasize that enough, because if you do go fast, I don't know what might happen, but for all we know, you can end up punching a hole in your lip and then you won't actually need the piercings. So be extremely careful on this part because you can puncture your lip. I'm assuming you can't, I don't actually know, but that's just what makes sense to me. So I'm just going to tighten these real fast and I'll be back when they're done. So once you've tightened them all the way, they should look something like this. Mine still are kind of loose because the oval shape doesn't allow you to tighten it too much. So depending on how long you spend on these and how careful you are with the shaping, yours might turn out a little bit better than mine did. Well, yours probably will turn out better than mine did. But this is the general end look of what you should have. And mine are silver because the notebook I cut, as you can see, is silver. It wasn't plastic or like white metal, it's just silver. So you can also color them. I wouldn't recommend that though, because most people probably would use Sharpie, and I don't think you want Sharpie in your mouth. But as you can see, this is what they should look like, and mine do still move a little because I just didn't tighten them all the way. But yeah, this is your fake Snakebite looks that took, what, 5 minutes to make? Yeah. And if you do happen to lose them, you can always just make more because they aren't something difficult and they do not take a lot of time. So yeah, here's your do-it-yourself fake Snakebites with Adrian. Yeah, see you guys next week.